Hello and welcome to the show. We are back messing around with some more of the Hoonigan cars, and naturally I am deciding to misuse them as much as possible. For example, we have got the big off-road, racing Blazer, and naturally we're going to try and race it around Surfers Paradise, a nice, technical, demanding street circuit. Because what better use could we have for rear-wheel drive, crazy, powerful racing truck? Having said all that, of course, the gases, when we went racing with them around circuits, were actually amazingly close, amazingly exciting racing, so I'm hoping for more of the same. So, we have come to the South Side Circuit. If I remember rightly this one, there's a very, very nasty corner around a roundabout that I'm not sure if we're going to have issues with these trucks or not. There is potential for some falling over. These are giant vehicles. They really are massive, massive vehicles. So I don't know if we hit some of the curbs around here awkwardly, whether we might see a truck go for a little bit of a tumble. I've had a mega good start though. From second on the grid, we are going to lead the pack into turn one. That is a really big braking zone. We're doing 120 out. Might even be... Oh, the brakes in this are bloody good. The brakes are really good. Or I say really good. They're a lot better than I was expecting them to be. As I said, yeah, it's a racing truck, but it's still a big old vehicle. You don't necessarily expect it to get stopped quite so quickly. We are, again, pretty good out of the next corner. Are we going to... It doesn't actually lean as much as I thought it would. I thought it would be all over the place through the turns, and it really isn't. Like the Lotus 311, I think the last car I drove around here might have been the 311. That was horrible around that kind of roundabout turn. This is handling better than the 311, and that's a very weird thing to say. I really like this truck. This is surprisingly good. We have got plenty of company though as we head around the final corner. We are though going to lead this opening lap as we come what is a fairly long start-finish straight. Actually managed to pull a little bit of a gap back to the vehicles behind. What sort of speed does the vehicle top out at? In fact, do we have another gear? I assume not. No, okay, we've only got 4 gears. Good for 130 miles an hour, and then on the brakes we go. That's ridiculously good on brakes. I think the trucks behind were even later than me. That's really impressive. I think at least really impressive how well this thing gets stopped. I mean, sure, it dives a lot under brakes, but it really does get slowed down very quickly. I have a feeling we're probably going to have some defending to do. I might have turned in a little bit too late. We're okay. Round the roundabout corner. No, I guess a tiniest hint of oversteer. This truck rear-wheel drive as well. When I saw it was included in the DLC, I kind of just assumed that it was an all-wheel drive truck. It isn't. However, that being said, again, it doesn't drive that badly. There's a few different sorts of rear-wheel drive race off-road vehicles, and while, of course, you drive them on tarmac, there's always going to be more grip with them driving on tarmac than there would be when you're driving them off-road. However, this is by far and away, I think, the tamest of the lot in terms of handling. I am really impressed. With the grip of this truck, with the brakes of this truck, although I've now pushed my luck, although the trucks behind have all done exactly the same, so it's kind of status quo through that first corner. I am all sorts of shonky there. That wasn't clever. That was not clever. I've now got the work to be doing. I don't think hitting the telephone pole or whatever helped me particularly, although the pink truck's been very slow, a little bit wide, or all over the bumper. Can we make it work around the outside? There's a lot of trucks trying to go around the outside of. Oh, America has arrived. Has barged his way alongside. We're going to make it 3 wide into the penultimate corner. No, we're not, but I might get both of them. Yeah, these trucks are not disappointing in the racing department. We will slide our way, kind of open the steering slightly on the exit, make sure we cover all of the spaces, and we lead for another lap. Had a little bit of a scare, got it back though. It's a brilliant vehicles. I was not expecting this at all. I've got to cover the inside because there is going to be some big dives into the hairpin. I'm going to run a little bit wide on the exit, but I'm hoping that that will, yeah, make the widest blazer that there ever has been. And let's face it, it's pretty wide to begin with. So with me trying to make it wide, we should be able to fend off all of the advances of the trucks behind. Not really anywhere to go through here. You can try shove your nose up the inside, but in fact you probably will now because I've been out in the weeds. You can try and force your way past, but I'm not going to be giving up on the inside here. I will give you a nudge back if you want to force your way past. I will give you a nudge back on the next corner. Might be a little bit harder nudge than I was expecting to give, or just pulled it up in time for that penultimate corner. Again, it's just park it on the apex here. Park it on the apex, make it really difficult for anyone to get past. We will fend off the first position. Oh, that was a good race. That was a really, really bloody good race. Again, misusing the Hoonigan cars is brilliant fun. I think this might be some of the best racing we've had on Horizon 3 full stop. I think there might have been some possible missed checkpoints with these. Yeah, lap time wise, I'm going to 1 minute 5.8. Obviously running in clean air is very helpful. I have no doubt about that one, as something came through the finish line backwards. Yeah, they are. Oh, someone missed out just from finishing. They're a lot better to drive than I was expecting. They were a lot better to drive than I was expecting. So up next it is the turn of the Hoonicorn as we are going to tackle the Rainforest Cross Country Race. One of the nastiest of the off-road races. Been here a few times, tends to throw up some interestingness. That's definitely going to be a measurement of something. 1,400 horsepower. Admittedly, it is all-wheel drive, a car that I've never driven yet. This is my first experience of the Hoonicorn, and we are going to go racing in the dirt. Oh, doesn't have a rear-view mirror. That doesn't really help matters, and I've gone very, very far off track. Don't know if I was assisted. There are some trees that can get out of my way. I've got many horsepowers to fight my way through the trees. Oh, there's a big flight from this. Okay, visibility inside that thing is shocking for a race like this. I do need a little bit more. And the lack of a rear view mirror in a car does kind of make it not quite undrivable, but is a big problem when it comes to racing. You need to be able to see if there's anybody behind. I mean, we're giving a rather helpful nudge to the car ahead. Very, very nearly landed on the back of that one. There's a lot of sidewaysness going on there that we're not going to be a part of. Oh, we're going to try and fire up the inside here. Yeah, we might be able to make this one. This is it's a mad car. You would expect it to be, by the looks of it, a few people have had issues like that into the trees at turn 1. A lot of cars have got off there. Someone else has got exploring where I went on the opening lap. Yeah. I'm not so sure about, well, ooh, that's... Oh, I think I missed that one. That was a big old sim steering twitch. How the hell did I get away with that? I didn't get away with that, I don't think. The game is being very kind to me with those. I'm pretty sure I missed 2 checkpoints. Yeah, the blazer was quite nice. This, funnily enough, oh, I have a big go on the brakes there, not to end up in the back of that, or end up in the back of that more than I did that time around. This does not suit me. As much as I like racing silly vehicles, this is not for me. Funnily enough, oh, we are hemorrhaging positions. Oh, that was a the brakes are okay. The brakes are okay. My reaction times are okay. We didn't plough into the back of the blue car ahead. They're going too wide. We're going to make a pass. I'm going to make a pass. Oh, we might make 2 passes. Look at that. A double overtake. But we hold on to those 2 positions. Oh, go on the mini-map. Whoa, nope. That's certainly a spectacular pass. I don't know why the mini-map's so zoomed out. Does it normally do that around here? Is it because I'm in third-person view? I'm not used to using third-person view for these sort of races. Either way, we're going to... Oh, sorry, I didn't really want to bump into you, but the car kind of... It goes where the car wants to go, and anything I do is a mere suggestion to the Hoonicorn. It'll have decided if it's going to follow it or not long before. Ooh, we're going to wiggle. Try and fight it. Brake. Don't hit the tree. Okay, there's only a minor brush on the tree, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really listen. This is the kind of madness that I was expecting with driving these silly vehicles in silly places. But yeah, the Blazer is actually a bloody good truck, full stop. This not quite so happy with its out of comfort zone moments. Are we going to be dodging the trees? Just about. I want 5th. We're not. I don't think we're going to get any better than that, and even that might be a push. We might end up going back if we don't do something drastic about our driving at the moment. Try and keep control of the slidey silliness. There we go. I'd actually put an extra lap on them for what we would normally be doing. So I was thinking, well, these are going to be very, very quick around here. I mean, they are very quick, but we're spending so much time, wasting so much time sideways. Lap speed-wise, they're still an okay kind of lap performance. Are we going to slide up the inside? Hey, we've got that 5th place. How long is it going to stay there? Oh, it's going to last about a checkpoint because we're now pointing the wrong way. Go on. Yeah, so having said that, I think he tried to avoid me. He ended up out very wide. Had to try and get that stop to still get across and get the checkpoint. We're gonna be okay through there. Oh, the water really drags the car sideways. As you would imagine, you would expect it to be very difficult to drive around here. I don't know what tyres this car comes on from standard. That could also be making life very, very difficult for us. I spy a green. I think it's a green vehicle up ahead. Could we maybe somehow, through all of this mess, sneak our way up into 4th place? I don't know. Oh, that's a bigger jump than I was expecting. 5th is bouncing around. We're going to have a big dive up the inside. Oh, I've got another 2-in-1 corner jolly. Oh! I might not have it on the landing. No, keep it out of the trees. We've kept it out of the trees. We've got the 5th place. We haven't got the 4th, though. Still been a good race, mind. As ever, the FailRace saying, the stupider the car, the better the racing, and this is very high on the stupid spectrum. Racing it's not quite been the 5-car battle for the lead, but the racing has been very, very entertaining. Nevertheless, I don't know if that's 3rd place or a lap down car. Oh, we've got a mega run! We've got an absolutely blinding run out the final corner. Don't care if I spin, just floor it, and we will. What a finish! I'm not very good with these cars, but what a finish that one was. I'll take it. I'll take it. I got the power down coming out of that final corner better than my opponent, and yeah, just held the throttle and hoped. That was all that run to the finish line was. It's all it needed to be, though. It worked. I mean, I would have had a massive, massive crash after the finish line, but the AIs have taken control of it, and I don't care after that. So... 4th place in that, yeah, funnily enough. That's a difficult combination of track and car. So, up next, we have got the Napalm Nova that is going to tackle a rallycross race in the pouring rain. Now, this car turned out to be kind of better than expected in some ways when I ran it for the Hot Wheels Showdown. Again, massively modified, a lot more power than normal, but was on considerably bigger and better tyres. I haven't driven this one stock either. Don't know what we are going to be seeing from this. I would expect a more normal experience from this than, well, the likes of the Hoonicorn. We're not going to do anything into the dirt section, although we will get a little bit of a clonk. I think I can get away with that. I think we're just about clear. Let's get rid of the names appearing. Very, very good run. Somehow got a half-decent run on the way down here. Not going to make that one stick. I will cut back to the inside. Oh, there's somebody on the inside of me with 3 wide in drag cars. I can't really give you space because there isn't any space to give you. He's pinged off of the wall towards me. I think we've still got someone on the inside. He's going to... Poor yellow car. There is no room out over that part, I am afraid. We are all, well, just about through that. I've got another bop out wide of the final hairpin. I might still be able to get the power down relatively well. Yeah, that's not too crazy in terms of a car. I guess compared to some of the vehicles that we'll tend to drive normally on this game, it's a little bit more on the sensible front in terms of pure statistics. Can I get a good run out of here onto the dirt section? It could be a meaner dirt section down here as well because it's relatively medium speed as you kind of head onto it. The car hasn't got to try and get going from a very, very low speed, so you don't tend to get too much wheel spin. And we don't have 1,000 horsepower going on through here at the moment. We're going to slither our way slightly through there. Get slow, try and carry a... I'm trying to carry a slightly wide line on the way, and it didn't really work. I was hoping I could get a bit more speed on the exit, but apparently not. Looks like the leader is checking out a little bit at the front of the field. We might have had a missed checkpoint. It'll give us a free pass into the 4th place. Not going to complain at that one. All I need is 2nd and 3rd to start fighting for position here. Oh, going to run a little bit wide and bump the wall. Yeah, 2nd and 3rd start fighting for position. Or if 3rd makes a mistake like that, that is the sort of opportunity that you hope for, and you've got to pounce on when it arises. We're going to get ourselves to the inside, get the car slowed down. Oh, well, I tried to have it in heavy rain. Apparently the game has dictated that the rain shall cease and it shall almost dry up. Not quite dry up immediately, but that was a very, very sudden change of heart game. Oh well, so we're finishing this race in the dry. You see, this is the old FailRace saying of the sillier the car, the better the racing. We've got probably the most sensible, certainly the most sensible combinations of cars that we're going to have today. And we've got a good race going on here for the final podium spot, but everything else is spread out. It's, yeah, the FailRace saying is very, very true indeed. I think we're going to get, no, he wanted to go for a cutback. I'm not going to give him space to do that. We're going to fill the inside of the dirt section right there. Keep defending as much as we can. Yep, even with a drag car doing some rallycross, we will be defending as much as we can. It hasn't got the same, of course, chronic understeer that you get from the gasser. Still a fair bit of understeer. I think he's going to get alongside me here, or try to give him space on the inside there. We might have an opportunity into the final corner if I can get the run. I can't quite get the run out there. Got a little bit stuck out wide and couldn't quite get it all sorted, although he's made a hash of the final corner. We are going to have a drag race to the finish line. I don't even know who got it. I think I might have done, but no, I didn't. Bugger. Couldn't quite do it. Couldn't quite do it. We did get a very, very good run out of that final corner, but it wasn't going to be enough quite by less than a 1/10 of a second. We had a good race. We had a good race for 3rd there. Yeah, it is true. The most sensible car of the lot, and we get the most spread out racing of the session so far. Typical. And to finish off today, we have come to the Switchback Trail with the Porsches, and I'm going to start from 2nd. Apparently, we're going to try and hold off the rampaging pack through one of the more demanding of the rally stages on the mainland. It is, yeah, a lot of slow speed corners, a lot of hairpins for these cars to have to try and deal with. That sticker's going to be a real pain in the arse. We also didn't quite get as good a... That sticker's annoying me already. Don't like stickers, particularly on the windscreen, such as that is a massive bloody sticker as well. These cars, I'm not really sure how they're going to react. They're relatively grippy cars, don't get me wrong, with plenty of downforce from a mighty wing and everything, but very low, very stiff, unlikely to be a huge fan of the bumps and the jumps. Thankfully, once we get past this first bit, if we can survive it, we can't! Things have gone very badly wrong. Things have gone very badly wrong in the most FailRacey of ways. I knew all we had to do was survive that. I don't know if having a car so close behind may have just given me a little bit of a nudge in the air or something to have assisted me over as to how come I was the only one that fell over at that point. However, that was a big tumble. That was a very, very big tumble indeed. Well, if you're going to go out in style, and that was definitely an in-style moment right there. Huge roll. And we have actually not fallen, we've not lost as much time. We've not lost as much time in us falling over as the car that got caught behind us did. So, I mean, that's something in all of this. Through the puddles on the outside we go. Oh, 2 have found the trees. Well done, guys. Damn it, I can't make up quite both of those places he got going too quickly. I guess one of the advantages, of course, with a Porsche... Oh, someone's gone for a spin. I'll take that. Someone else is off in the weeds as well. Rear-engined, so for getting traction in the on the dirt. A little bit better off than some other possible sports cars and supercars, etc. We're going to go for a big old spin. As I say that, though, they can be quite snappy. Oh, we got beached on the bloody... go. Yeah, we managed to get the damn thing beached trying to recover it. This race has not gone massively to plan. The roll, not much going to be done about that. The spin was stupid from me. Again, though, it's not helped. This car, there's a lot of us are having trouble. This car does not like the bumps at all, funnily enough. It might be one of the more difficult. I've raced many cars, many unsuitable cars off-road. And I think some of the GT cars, even the V8 supercars, were happier with the bumps in the rough stuff than this Porsche is currently faring. We're going to be able to do anything about getting past these cars ahead. Probably not, unless anyone makes a big mistake. As I say that, they're having a wiggle. They're having a wiggle. We're going to get the lot of them. I think someone might have disconnected. I don't know if someone was waiting up because they thought they pushed a car out wide, or whether someone crossed the line now, might have had a spin. And everybody, there was a bit of confusion going on, and I profited from all of it. I'll take it. I was looking at a lot worse finish than that. Yeah, those Porsches are not a fan of the the rough stuff. An interesting race. I'm going to go with interesting. Gonna go with interesting on that one. I think the Blazers were the best of the lot. I think for misusing of vehicles, using the off-road truck for a street race was incredible. Still maintain, though, that the Gasser is the best race car of all time on Forza ever. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.